Hey you guys, it's Jen. I'm going to be doing part 2 of my MAC eyeshadow swatches. Today I will be doing this one. So it's going to be the neutral browns and the greens and blues. So I'm sorry I'm out of breath. I've just been running around washing my arm and all this kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so we'll start with the browns because I feel like that'll be easier to swatch, and then rather than going from colorful to neutral, it'll be easier to do browns first, I think. So we're going to go starting with this top row here. And this one is called Era. Very, very pretty. Again, some of these are dry because I've had them for so long. But this one is honestly such a really good transition shade. Do not let the swatches fool you. I just washed my arm, and so it's going to be a little patchy, but that's what Era looks like. You can see the contour when I move my wrist. You can totally see the contour it gives there. So it's such a good shade, honestly. The next one I have is called Kid, K-I-D. And this one, I don't know, that must have been a machine that did that. Yikes. I don't know that this one is available anymore, but again, it's very similar to Wedge. So if you're looking for something super similar, Wedge is just slightly a little bit more cool toned, but I feel like it just gives you just a hint more impact than Wedge does. But if you're super, super, super fair, this one would be probably really good for your eye contour or eye crease. And next one I have is called Patina, and again, just swatched all or stickered all weird. So Patina is it doesn't even say, but this one looks like a shimmer, maybe Volux Pearl, I'm not even sure. That used to be my go-to MAC formula, was Volux Pearl. I love their mattes. I love their Volux Pearls. I had to have every single Volux Pearl that they made. I just felt like the formula was bar none. Even still today, their Volux Pearls are so pretty. This one is called Coquette. Maybe Coquet. I have French in my background. I just don't speak it, unfortunately, but I am thinking of taking a course next year to learn French because I would really like to, and I feel like, being Canadian, I really want to encourage, of course, myself and my family to learn French. But this is such a beautiful, cool tone eyeshadow. Just gorgeous. It's so pretty. I highly recommend that one. I don't know if it's available, but if it is, I highly recommend. This one is called Handwritten. People born in the next couple years are not even going to know what that means down the road. But this is such a pigmented shade. It's so pigmented. It's a really beautiful, deeper brown color, just absolutely gorgeous. This would be really nice for anyone who dyes their hair a more warm brown for their eyebrows. This would be really pretty. And then this was Arena, and this one, it doesn't say, again, none of these say what the formula is, but this one feels like a satin. And it's not the greatest. This one was never really my favorite, but I had to have all the shades. So you can see it's just sort of there. It almost looks like I have an orange bruise or something. I don't know. It's not my favorite shade. Let's just put it that way. And again, I don't know that one is still available. The next one is called Bamboo. And I didn't realize how much swatches can start hurting after a while, after you do so many, but it certainly starts to hurt after a while. So this one is not, I'm not sure you're going to see it much, but I'll do it like this so that you can actually see what it looks like, because it's very similar to my skin shade, and I'm trying to put the swatch there, but yeah, you're almost not going to see that one. But that is Bamboo. very pretty for blending out any kind of eyeshadow look. Like if you say for like this and you wanted to blend that out, you could use that shade, no problem. If you have like close to my color of skin shade and it's like a nice yellowy color, which if you have like olive skin would be really nice. This is Corduroy. And this is a really beautiful eyeshadow. This one all over the lid, grungy, just like blown out, super pretty. Like really, really love this Corduroy shade. I don't wear these enough. I have so much things that I'm trying to get through that I don't wear these enough. But you can tell this is a heavily neutral side and something that I use to pair. So that's why it's with the blues and greens, because it's mostly like a pairing palette more so than all over the eye palettes. So this one is called Texture. And it doesn't really offer much texture. I'm not really sure where the name came from, but it's a really pretty brown either way. This one is a really nice like orangey brown. This would be nice for transition as well, which actually maybe when I run out of soft brown, which I use faithfully, I might switch it up to Texture, even though it has like a slight glitter to it. But it is really pretty. This next one is called Folie, F-O-L-I-E. And it's, again, just a really pretty warm, like a mid to deep tone brown. This one is an older one, so it's not going to swatch that good. But they go on the eye so nicely. And now on to the last row. This one was one that I used a lot. And this one is one of my oldest eyeshadows by far. It's called All That Glitters. And I don't know that it glitters anymore like it used to, but it was super pretty. It's no longer, like it's soft, and it still feels like it did back then, but it's not as soft as that other one from my previous video. But it's super pretty for all over the lid. This is still such a stunning eyeshadow. And I do have a substantial dip, so maybe if I get this in an upcoming project pan or something next year, maybe I'll put that one in. Like if I select it or whatever. This is Motif, M-O-T-I-F. And it's just like a sort of a bland, shimmery yellow color. Like, I don't know that this was very popular. It has like a shift to peach, like a yellow to peach shift. You can see that. So again, like MAC doing duochromes and no one notices, but this one isn't exactly their best, you know. I don't think this is the one that they've come out with that people were like, well, you have to buy Motif. But it really, honestly, like all over the lid, it's kind of cute. But you can see like it's yellow here and then it's like peachy over here. So I don't know. This one is Woodwinked. This one is still a very, very popular eyeshadow, especially all over the lid. Highly recommend. Not even sure if they still make this. But again, I have a huge dip in this one because it was super popular way back in the day. One of my older ones, and it still performs really, really nicely. You can see that bronzy glow to it. But this is like hands down a really amazing formula. This is the Volux Pearl one. So that is like their really shimmery eyeshadow. Like people call it metallic or whatever. That's kind of like what their version of a metallic used to be, I think. And then this one is also very loved and used, and it's stuck a little bit in the pan. This one is called Mulch. And it's just like a brown, almost satiny with a chunky, not even chunky, it's like very, very finely milled glitter. You can see the glitter particles in there, very finely milled. This is a velvet. And it's so pretty. It just goes on so easy. I may have to break these out. Like, I know it doesn't look like much on the arm, but on the eyes, I'm telling you guys, super pretty. And I have a couple of MAC eyeshadows in my 12 grams of Christmas that I want to depot and put into eyeshadow palettes as well. But I don't know yet. I'm going to wait and see, especially because next year I'm on a low buy, extreme low buy. So I may be using my Back to Max as like my little shopping sprees. So we'll see. This one is carbonized and it's a Volux pearl. And this one reminds me of like steampunk from Makeup Geek, but not as foiled. But just a deep, satiny, like grungy, beautiful eyeshadow. Like these three already, just these three together look so pretty. But that is all of the neutral side. I really adore these eyeshadows. There's a couple that were like Arena and Motif are kind of not my favorite. But again, when I put them on the eye, they look great. So I have no complaints there. And I'm just going to press this back in and get the other side of the palette out so I can show you guys the blues and greens. I'm sure you're all waiting for those more so than the like kind of neutral side. But this is the really fun side. I almost never gravitate toward this side, unfortunately, because I have like blue-green eyes. And you can see I'm wearing blue-green eyeshadows today. It looks like I'm wearing the same color as my eyeballs. So for me, it just kind of blends in together. There's really no pow. There's no, like, it doesn't make my eyes pop kind of thing. So for me, like, although I feel like these eyeshadows are very pretty, I think they would look nicer on someone with like hazel or brown eyes. But I'm going to start wearing more blues and greens. So maybe this will get some love in 2021. We'll see. Plus it's Christmas. Gotta wear some green. So the first one I'm going to start with is the really bright green one. And this is called Sour Lemon. I don't know that this one is available. Again, I don't know if any of these are actually available anymore. I'm pretty sure they still have their major staples, but you can see just how gorgeous that is. And on a white base, this one pops like crazy. Highly recommend Sour Lemon. The next one is, and I used to wear these green ones a lot when I was younger. This one is Bitter. And I hunted down this color because I think it was just a pro shade for a long time. I don't even think I've actually used it or swatched it, to be honest, but I hunted it down and I got it just for my mental purchasing state, the fact that I physically had it in my collection. But look at those two together. And imagine the brights with some of these neutrals. Like, this is where you have to sort of see what I see in my mind when I'm looking at creating these customized palettes. And this one is Lime, by the way. I put them together so that they, like, I can just use one side and one side, or I can use both sides together. And I want to make it as functional as possible. So, like, I wouldn't put these with my purples. That would just not work. But they go well with the greens and the blues. So this is Lime, and as you can see, these three are already bomb. I love those. That one is very dusty. I'm gonna have to clean all these off. I hate having little flecks of eyeshadow. I hate seeing like the dust and the pickup from the eyeshadow pans all over. So that's the only downfall for customizing an individual eyeshadow palette or pans for me. But at the same time, I love being able to customize everything just for myself. This one is called Swimming, and this one is a luster, pardon me. It's a luster. Them eyes going, like my eyes are going bad, you guys. This one is, actually, I shouldn't say that. My eyes are not that bad, but they're getting worse. So this one is so pretty. And again, it's like a cooler tone. On like this more, it looks more like warm of a green. This looks more like a sagey green. I always call it a cool tone green, even though like they're cool tone, but this one is Lucky Green. This is one that I wore lots because, you know, I have a little bit of Irish in my background. And I love it, and it has a big meaning to me, that bit of Irish in me, so I had to have this too. And I believe, is this a Volux Pearl? Yeah, this is one of their very shimmery formulas that I just loved wearing. And you can see they did really good with their color combinations, like really pretty on all specs. And I actually had idea to get like more of their color eyeshadows, but I felt like I barely use these, so why get more? But if I'm going to be able to use my Back to Max to get free things and I really, really don't want any more lipstick, I would probably just get the eyeshadows I don't have. This is Aqua. And this is stunning. It's just a little too pastel for me. Like you can tell, like even on my eyes now, these brights are really bright. And so I don't do pastels that often, but I'm trying really hard to get out of my comfort zone. But look at that. Imagine that on a white base. Like that's so gorgeous. And if you were like a deeper skin tone girl and you had like a bit of a whiter looking base like on your eye and you put that like in the brow bone, oh my gosh, that would be so pretty. Even though it's matte, like you could even get like a bright baby shimmery color of that. Ugh. Anyways, my mind is going a mile a minute looking at these eyeshadows. So obviously I'm feeling inspired in some way. So this is Aquadisiac. I'm like, what is that? Aquadisiac. And so it is just looks like I don't even remember the name of this, but not a luster. I can't remember the name, but it's got the matte looking background with like very, very, very subtle fine glitter particles. Almost a satiny. And I don't even think I've swatched this one ever. But that is Aquadisiac. Super pretty. That one's super dusty, and no, I have never swatched that one, oddly enough. This one is my favorite. This one is like so pretty. It's called Kelly, like Kelly green kind of thing. It's so pretty. By far my very favorite of all of my green shades in my entire collection. It's just stunning. And of course I could do a better swatch, which I will, because it's not like I'm going to pan these, right? But it's just like, look at those. They're so gorgeous. And look at them all together. Like you can absolutely pair all of those together. Let me know in the comments if you guys have a MAC favorite. I'm super interested to know because I've just been a MAC girl since my makeup love. And I've always wanted to work for MAC. I've always wanted to like just learn from them and grow with them. And unfortunately, I never got hired there, which really, it broke me, honestly. I really wanted it so bad. This is bottle green, by the way. It's very stunning. But I'm the type of person that I need a job that is like a 9-to-5. I need a job that gives me a pension and benefits and all that stuff. And I always had a job like that I wasn't willing to leave. And I wanted to work for MAC evening and weekends. And they just said like that wasn't enough. I needed to be available more. And so I was like really disappointed. And I don't know, maybe I wasn't a good fit or what they were looking for. I don't know. Maybe that was just an easy way to let me down, but it did let me down. This is Plumage. And I really do like this one, but I find that it doesn't stay on the eye as well as some of the other ones. And it's incredibly dry. And you can find the shade in other brands that do work a little bit better. But this one like swatches like a dream. It's so good. At the same time, again, very, very dry compared to even like this one here, just very dry. But it is one of the ones I needed to have in my collection. Just don't use it as often. This next one is, it looks like a Volux Pearl. No, this is a Frost. Wow, look at that one. It's a Frost. And this is called Steamy. This was, again, another one that was like, I wore it all the time, all over my lid. And that one is just incredible. It goes on forever, that swatch. So I hope you guys can really see just how great MAC really is. And don't forget about them as a brand, because I feel like that happens, but they're just super good. They have such good products. And yeah, look at this. Electric Eel. Like, this is bold. I would love to wear this under my eye, wearing a neutral eye look. So again, neutral eye look. I'm not flipping you off, by the way, sorry. Neutral eye look, and then just like this under the eye. Right? Isn't that so stunning? Or even like this one just underneath the eye, but look at how bold Electric Eel is. Like you can't even miss that. Looking at this whole palette, you can't even miss that. Only 3 more left in this one. This next one is called Deep Truth. So I remember when I was, oh God, how many years ago was this now? 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I can't even remember. This is so pretty, by the way. And I went to Florida because my friend lived there. So I went to Florida and I had a wonderful time. But we went Black Friday shopping. And I remember my friend took me to the mall at Millennia. And I just kind of went crazy in Macy's. They had a ton of they had an Inglot and all kinds of standalone stores. And I was just like buying. And my friend's like, why are you buying that much makeup? like, you don't need that much makeup. And honestly, I don't. I really don't. And I know they had my best interest at heart. But when you understand the passion behind, I've always loved makeup like this. And I always want to try new brands. And I always want to try different products and see how they play on my eye and my interests change and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I don't have to explain. They know. But yeah, anyways, the long story short of that is we went into the big part of the mall outside of the Macy's once it opened. And I saw a Mac Pro store there. And I was like, see you guys later. Like, bye, see you later. And I went there and Patrick Starr was working there. And I looked like crap. I wasn't wearing my best outfit. I had no makeup on. We were up all night, no sleep. And he was so amazing. I was so, starstruck. I was so, I always call it, starstruck because Patrick Starr. But, I had one of the other girls had approached me first. So the loyal person in me stayed with her. But I so badly wanted to shop that store with Patrick. I think I would have bought 5 times what I bought if I was shopping with Patrick Starr. But he was so kind and he took pictures with me and everything, and it just made my day. And to know in the past how he was treated at that location really hurt me, but then to see that he got to do partnerships with Mac and stuff like that, it just was they see him, they really see him, and they wanted to promote him and show him that it's not that whoever treated him poorly, whatever they said or did is not what the company stood for. So that made me happy that they worked with him later. Anyways, my eye is tearing again. So that is everything out of all of these. And I'm going to show you my arm swatches. But MAC has a huge place in my heart, a very special place in my heart. It always has. I don't know. I feel a connection to the company. I memorized their vision and their pillars, and I knew everything about the company. I knew about their programs. I made sure that I was super informed, and just it breaks my heart that I never actually got to be a piece of that company. It breaks my heart that I was never an employee there. I never had I think they never got to give me a bit of their knowledge, except for outside what I see on YouTube and stuff. So that part's really sad for me, but Mac definitely holds a huge place in my heart and always will. And I hope you guys take a moment to experience the goodness that they have, because honestly, these swatches don't do anything. You should see how they perform on the eyes. It's incredible. I've loved them forever. I've used them forever. And it doesn't matter how old they are, they always perform incredible. And I know there's a lot of new brands and stuff out there right now. Excuse me, but I don't know. I always go back to MAC. It doesn't matter. I still get excited. I still feel excited when I walk by a MAC store. I always want to see what's new. I always want to swatch things. Of course, can't this year, but when this pandemic is over, I will be going to a MAC store. I will be going to a MAC store. So, I'm going to close this off here. That really made me kind of emotional, like how I didn't realize like just how attached I was to that brand. And I just feel like, yeah, I love them. I just love the brand. I love the inclusivity. I love that they recycle their packaging. I just love that they have so many good things. And I think people sometimes forget about that. And I just want to do a reminder of like, they are a really good brand. They have a lot of good products. Not even just good products, incredible products. And yeah, I just want to share that with you. So I'm going to close it off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you liked this. Please give it a thumbs up. If you really didn't like it, I'm so sorry, but give it a thumbs down. That's fine too. I get it. And I hope I see you in the next one because I will be doing more parts here. Bye guys.